Hi, this is Gabriel Rubacha. I'm the CEO of NOA Lithium Brines. We are a junior exploration company, recently listed in the Toronto Stock Exchange. And we are a junior in a space that requires a lot of development, a lot of new projects in putting in production in the short term.
Gabriel, good to see you. And I'm sorry I missed you at one-to-one because I know you're in London at the moment, ironically, where I am. But we didn't get to see each other at the conference. And you're busy. You're seeing other investors and meetings in London too. So, look, it's the first time we've met or spoken. So can we just kind of kick off and try and understand a little bit about you? What's your background? What's your experience?
I got more than 30 years of experience in doing business. I spent 26 years in engineering and construction, basically developing projects in South America. I was a general manager in Chile, working for most of the major mining companies, and then a managing director for this engineering company in charge of Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay. And in 2016, I joined the Lithium Americas board as an independent director. Then in 2017, I joined the company as an executive, as I was president of South American operations. Then when the joint venture with Ganfeng, Lithium Americas and Ganfeng for the development of Mineral XR took place, I was appointed CEO of that company while still in the board of Lithium Americas, and left Lithium Americas in 2021. And then we started this venture with other people with a lot of experience in the mining sector and the lithium space. So we are bringing a lot of experience in this area.
You certainly are. That's name dropping, executed extremely well. So Lithium Americas and the Lithium Americas Ganfeng project Mineral XR. Okay, so you know lithium and you know lithium in South America. What have you got today? It's a new company. So what did you pick up? Where did you get it from?
I mean, we started last year. As I said, we founded this company with a group of individuals with a lot of experience in mining in Argentina, with experience in the province of Salta, with the friendliest jurisdiction in the region. So we put all that experience together and acquire properties piece by piece with the two different individuals, and we managed to put together a land package of 100,000 hectares. With that, we made a reverse takeover with the CPC last year, and we got listed this year. So it was a fast journey to get the company listed, and it was even faster once we got listed to the place we are right now.
Right, and then tell me a little bit about the Argentinian factor here, because obviously, you know, in terms of economically, it sort of has sort of a checkered past, but in terms of lithium developers, lithium producers, it's, you know, blue chip. So what's it like actually doing business in Argentina at the moment, especially with the arrival of the new president? What are the expectations around that?
I mean, lithium's been in Argentina. I mean, the first project I recall it took place, production started in 1997, as far as I trying to recall. I was in my previous life when I was in engineering construction, I was involved in that project as well. But in general, I would say that, first of all, the resources in Argentina belong to the provinces. So the most interested parties are the provinces, which are pro-mining. In the case of lithium, where lithium is located, which is Jujuy, Salta, and Catamarca. The three provinces are pro-mining. They are supporting a lot the development of mining, especially in lithium. So this is not going to change. And as a matter of fact, will continue in this way. In terms of at the federal level, the change in the administration is going to be more pro-business, pro-mining. We in Argentina, we need more development in mining, not just for lithium. There is a lot of copper in Argentina that needs to be developed. And this is something that Argentina should focus because we need that.
Right. Okay. And with regards to the three projects, you got Rio Grande, Arizaro, and Salinas Grandes. You pick those up from who? What did it cost you? And how much of those do you own? Is there a kind of earn in? Tell me a little bit about the deals that happened there.
As I mentioned before, we acquired the properties from multiple individuals. It was like putting together a puzzle in the three areas, Rio Grande, Arizaro, and Salinas Grandes. So we were able, again, with the experience and our network, we managed to negotiate different deals with different individuals. And we managed to get 37,000 hectares in Rio Grande, close to 40,000 in Arizaro, and 10,000 in Salinas Grandes. Different deals, different approach with each one of the individuals. And we pretty much control a big land package in each one of them. So,
but do you own those, or is there an earn-in structure?
We got options in some cases. We already own some others, but again, it was different discussions, different negotiation with each one of the individuals.
Right. Okay. Now, obviously, as a new company, I know you raised some money earlier in the year, but though you've got to work out what you focus on. You've got to work out what's priority, or at least prioritize the order. In terms of allocation of the capital that you do have available to you. So just start with, so how much money have you got, or did you raise, and how are you going to be allocating that?
When we started the activities itself, exploration activities, we decided to start with Rio Grande. We believe that Rio Grande got a lot of potential. The decision was based on previous exploration that was done in Rio Grande by LSC at the time. There was a significant amount of information available from previous campaigns. They was drilled up to 100 meters, so not very deep, but it was relevant information that was there with the concentration of 350, 370 milligrams per liter, which is very significant. But the report says that as you go deeper, the concentration should be much higher. So with that information, we performed some geophysics, and we decided that this was the right place to start our exploration. And we were focusing all our efforts, all our resources in the exploration of Rio Grande. We left Arizaro and Salinas Grandes for the next steps in our pipeline of projects, and we started spending money in exploration there, which we started in March. We are on right track to finalize our initial campaign by the end of this year.
Right, and obviously you've come from some big blue chip companies, and the team is structured that way too. So in the case of doing business in country, you understand how to do that, and you've picked up some good assets here. But junior mining is very different from that, and I guess the way that you communicate and talk to the market needs to be very different from that. Has that been I guess it's early days. Are you finding that at the moment? Are there any sort of differences between the big companies and trying to develop a smaller mining junior?
I would say that yes. But what we found, to our surprise, I would say, that the market reacted very positively when we changed management. We had a CEO based in Toronto, and we made a decision that it was much better to be in country with the boots on the ground, and we believe, based on the discussion we've been having, that the market reacted positively. I'm not talking about the share appreciation, because the market is where it is, but there is a lot of appreciation that, first of all, that the company as a juniors, as you will say, is managed by locals. It's managed by some of the founders that got a lot of at stake of our own capital. So there is a lot of appreciation of that, and especially being a junior, that we are in the same boat. We are not trying to make money out of this company with the salary, but it's our baby, and we want this to be a success as much as the rest of the shareholders.
Yeah, no, I think management and founders have 33% of the company. It's impressive for sure. You are incentivized. But I guess where it's getting at in terms of the way that you behave and the way that you allocate capital, and obviously time is money, how quickly you do things, that's important. Because I noticed with Rio Grande, for instance, you're looking to move to a maiden resource in Q1 2024. I mean, that's quick. What are you expecting to be able to tell the market then?
I mean, as I said, we believe we moved pretty fast. We got listed on March 3rd. March 5th, we had our rig already drilling at site. We already finished 3 holes, 2 more to come before the end of the year. Finalize that with the results of those 2 holes at the beginning of next year. We are on schedule and budget. We are fully funded to that milestone, to get maiden resource. Our expectation is to have maiden resource in the neighborhood of 1 to 1.5 million tons LCE, which is a fairly good number, considering that this will include just one portion of the mining properties that we got. We haven't explored anything on the southeast or the northeast. So this is our expectation based on the numbers that we are getting. But we're still working on the numbers, but this is what we expect to get in Q1.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, it's quick to move into drilling and also quick to move into the main resource. But do you think what's your interpretation of the current market? Because there's lots of new lithium companies. In fact, companies that were gold companies, nickel companies, now lithium companies. It was very much flavor of the year last year. Prices come off considerably. It looks like it's kind of steadying into a more sort of reasonable, conservative growth profile on lithium price. But in terms of timing companies like timing these exploration companies, and where you fit in the market before it just goes, because I think it has happened in the past where we get sort of too many companies and expectation of too much supply, and it gets harder to raise capital. So what are the kind of key drivers for you, apart from the kind of speed to market? Are there other things that you need to demonstrate?
I think that, first of all, one of the things that I would say two things. One, it's that it is needed a lot of projects in order to meet the demand that is going to happen. And to put a project in production, it takes a lot of time. Regardless if it is DLE or evaporation or whatever you want, or hard rock or clay, it takes a lot of time. And this has been demonstrated. And it takes a lot of time, and normally the capex are underestimated. So the pipeline of projects, yes, there are a lot of projects out there. There are a lot of projects that are under development, but it will take more time than it is anticipated. So, and putting all those projects in production will take more, and it will affect the supply. The other thing is, in our particular case, the concentration we're getting in from the exploration, give us the flexibility to go into evaporation. So that de-risks significantly the development of the project going forward. Because at the end of the day, there are many other projects that got a lower concentration, which leads them to have the route of the DLE, which still is something to require further development. Let's put it this way. There's no commercial operation still there. So again, we got many projects, as you will say. There are a lot of capital allocated to that, but still, some will take more time than others.
Yeah, no, I buy that argument for sure. But in terms of, what you're trying to do, though, obviously you move through the exploration phases quite quickly and, get into putting out resource numbers, and so people can, and the grades, and maybe work towards demonstrating the economics. Is that relatively quick? Because I always talk about lithium being a very technical metal in terms of, solving whether it be the metallurgy or the technical process to extract the impurities, etc. How far are you going to take this? How far is your team going to take this? You've got some people who've worked in, producing lithium producing companies, but it requires a lot of money, a lot of skill, and usually some kind of, Chinese technical solution to this as well. So are you going all the way with this thing?
Our focus right now is Rio Grande. Once we finish that, we're going to start moving into Arizaro next year, and Salinas Grandes probably towards the end of next year and 2025. We allocated each one of the projects in 3 different vehicles, so we can have flexibility to get different strategies with each one of the projects. So with that in mind, now I answer your question. Our idea is, as an exploration company, we wanted to continue further explore Rio Grande in order to increase resources. Arizaro may be a potentially viable asset to start exploration on our own or having a partner. This is something that it's on the table. But we do believe that from technical point of view, next year we're going to start looking into which process would suit better for Rio Grande. But we truly believe that for the development of project from a technical point of view, it requires a different set of skills, or at least more experience, more expertise in order to put a project into a development stage. It's complex. Getting a product that is meets the demand of the market in terms of battery grade, it requires a lot of effort. So we do believe that somebody else should step in as a partner, in whatever capacity, in order to help us for the development of that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, understood. So I understand that process. So for now, for you, order Rio Grande, Arizaro, and then Salinas Grandes, it is the focus. So you've raised some money. You've got enough money to last you till when, and how far into the process that you've outlined?
We are fully funded till to get to maiden resource. And at that time, we are planning to raise additional capital towards end of Q1. So this is where we are working right now. We recently exercised some warrants. We are planning to exercise a few more in order to fund the company. We are doing that, founders and management, without selling shares. So it's our own money that we are allocating to the company. We still warrants on the money that we can use in case it is necessary to provide additional funds to the company.
Okay, and then just tell me, I was trying to find the problems with with companies. I want to make sure that my money's not at risk in any way. So much debate, much excitement about lithium for sure, and much debate between the differences between hard rock and brines, and especially in the context of ESG, social license, to be able to on the brine side of things. Yes, it's very, very cheap, and therefore the margins should be significant, but how much store, you say it's state by state, if the state is pro mining, it's all good. How much interference from federal government and in terms of exposure to risk, in terms of their view on brines, for instance, and water tables, etc.?
I would say that not much. The federal level is pretty much putting the frame where everything is going to be moving, but the final say in terms of environmental approvals, how it's going to be managed, the project, in terms of water, that is all managed by the provinces itself.
Okay.
And I said, and Salta, I mean, the 3 projects are located in Salta. We believe that Salta it's a good jurisdiction for the development of projects. Not only pro mining, but really they got very good procedures in order to get approvals. They are working to expedite as much as they can approvals. So helping in the development or to the developers to reach the milestones that we got in our projects.
Okay, so tell me this, and take this the right way. Do you actually pay yourself? I mean, how do you benefit from this?
It's a good question, Matthew. Now, when we decided to cover or step into management, together with Hernan, we decided not to get any salary. We know that we need the cash to allocate for the projects, and this is a better use of the money. So we decided that be compensated with some shares at one point in time. That's it. The money should be used for exploration. That's a better use of the money, the shareholders' money, including ourselves, being allocated to exploration and the things that is going to provide more value to the shareholders.
Right. And just final one here, because we quite often on this show we have this debate about grade is king, and we try and help people sort of understand that. But grade is just one variable of many which kind of define the economics and therefore likely success of a company. But for you, specific to lithium, if you're talking to your shareholders or new shareholders, potential shareholders looking at this thing, what are the important factors which will define whether a company is successful or not, certainly in your case?
I would say that for a company at this stage, I would say the people, the team that you got. I think that, and again, as we'll go back to the beginning of the discussion, having the team outside, being able to discuss with the suppliers, contractors, having a good relationship with them, getting there, know who they are in each one of the secretaries or at the provincial level, speak the same language, which is sometimes we underestimate that, but it's something that is necessary. I would say a team, it's one of the key factors. Obviously, you have to get a good asset, that's for sure. But if you got a good asset, the next thing is to get a good team. And be there, trying to see where are necessities and trying to facilitate the work.
Gabriel, I appreciate your time today. So it's a nice, interesting story. I'm glad you've introduced it to us today. So appreciate your time. Good luck with that. Safe journey home, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Matthew.